Go for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the Riverside Ice Rink in Davenport for Game 2 of our two-game set with the Cedar Rapids RoughRiders B team. The Ice Eagles won the first game by a score of 6-0, one of their best performances of the year. Rich, your comments on what happened in Game 1?
Well, I'll tell you, I think that more than anything, this proves that we are squarely in the middle of A-, B+ territory. We do not match up well with A teams, but we also don't match up well with B teams, and we've seen this time and time again. Now, we did lose to the Mason City B team, but in general, I think B teams we outplay, A teams we get smoked by most of the time. So it's very difficult to try and seed this team appropriately, unfortunately.
As we were talking about, this is another strong point for Nihil, because when you play in Nihil, you play a series of games to see where you belong in terms of talent. And when you get to your regular season games, you're going to play an awful lot of very close competitive games.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I noticed this week, with that win in Game 1, we now have a record of 10 wins, 24 losses, and you know how many ties we've had? 0.
Right.
And you remember a couple years ago, we went to Chicago one weekend for a Nihil trip. We had 4 games, and 3 of them ended in ties.
Yep.
So that goes to show you that if you're looking for parity, this Nihil is the way to go. And, of course, there's the other end of the argument that if you want to play the better teams, you know, playing teams in the Maha League. But, of course, this year the decision was made for us by COVID. We couldn't play Nihil. So the main thing, I think, from a positive standpoint, is that with the games we have remaining on the schedule plus the tournament, we're going to get 44, 45 games in a season where there are thousands and thousands of teams across the country that would be thrilled to get anywhere near 45 games.
Yeah, I think that's a true testament to our organization, to our coaches, and to Christy Francis.
Absolutely.
Who I will throw a shout out to right now. Christy Francis has got to schedule us lots and lots of games. You know, they weren't always the most competitive that we would like, but she did her very best, and it's a job that I've never had and would not wish on my worst enemy. But somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. She stepped up and has done a wonderful job, and I really appreciate all of her hard work and effort, as do all of us parents.
And she did that last year for the Pee Wee team when her daughter and many of these kids were playing Pee Wees last year. So she's had a lot of experience at it, and she's done a great job. And we're kind of coming down the home stretch. We have 4 games next weekend, and then 2 the following weekend, I believe, before we go to the tournament in Des Moines. So,
yep.
I don't know if you heard between games there was some question as to who our goalie would be in the second game. Apparently,
really?
Aiden Starr's mask was suddenly missing a couple of screws, and neither his mother or father were thrilled at the prospect of him playing the game without absolutely perfect equipment. But apparently, perhaps it was Drew Otten that had some extra screws available in his toolbox or something, and they were able to get it all set up. So Aiden Starr is in net, and we're ready to go.
Greg, I got to tell you, I'd never met a goalie that didn't have a screw loose.
All right, we're underway here. Patton picked up now. Corcoran rushes in. He's going to have a break here. He goes to the backhand. He puts it over the net. 15 seconds in, and Corcoran had a good opportunity, but he lofted that over the net. He was sent in alone by Patton, but he couldn't quite deliver it. Now, Kwok behind the net, over into the near corner. He picks it up, looking for his point man, Evan Mueller. Mueller's unable to keep it in, though, at the point. That pass was a little behind him. So that's going to go all the way down. And apparently that was touched by a Cedar Rapids skater, and that's why it was icing.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be an icing, but that's okay. We've had a switch up in Zebras this game. Waddick and the gentleman who, without a name right now, who's refereed multiple of our games, who I think does a really nice job, actually.
All right, here's the drawback 2. That is Quinn with a shot right on goal, but easily handled by the goaltender, who puts the big glove on it. And another stoppage in play. Rich, we were talking between games before you got back up here. We had some technical problems during game one, and not all of the game was transmitted successfully.
Oh.
We missed about 23 minutes or so of action, but
goodness.
Dean assures me that he will work his magic tonight, and he will repost the full game. It'll be up on YouTube tomorrow. You can see part of it now, but you'll be able to see the whole game tomorrow. Now here is Clow from Cedar Rapids putting in a shot that misses the net. Covert picks it up. He puts it off the boards. He's going to pick up his own pass. He speeds to center. Over the line. That was a long shot, knocked down at the defense, but Covert gets it again. Covert back to Otten. Otten, a long shot. Good save by the goaltender.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's going to be
77 there again.
Okay, that's
Quinn Leland.
That's Quinn Leland. Now here is Otten moving. His shot is deflected at the defense. They score!
My goodness! Oh my goodness, that was a bouncy one.
I'm not sure who picked that one up. Could you see who got the goal on that?
Well, I mean, definitely Otten threw it in. It looked like,
That's
I
going to
don't
be.
know. Did 77 there again.
Okay, that's
Quinn Leland.
that's Quinn Leland.
Line. Nobody's going through the
You know,
line.
it's possible. And it
I
looks
thought
like
it was
Otten
Jackson.
moving. His shot is deflected at the defense.
Oh,
They score!
my goodness.
Cleanly, but
Oh, my goodness. That was a
Yeah.
bouncy one.
So
I'm
I'm
not
not sure. He was the last Ice Eagle to touch the puck, so it's probably going to be Otten's goal. And the Ice Eagles to take a quick 1-0 lead, just a minute and a half into the second game.
Yep. Jackson Otten gets credited with the goal. Ethan Quinn with the assist. And Maya Katragata, who's been working hard this whole day. We mentioned her multiple times in the first game.
Maya is all over that score sheet today so far with a
100%.
goal and 2 assists. All right, now here is Husky. Husky out of his own zone, speeds to center ice. He's got Hartman, puts it ahead into the zone, but Cedar Rapids picks it off, and now Blunk's going to pick it up in the neutral zone. He sends it over to Hartman. Hartman makes a big circle, kick to the stick, over the blue line. Here he comes. Back to Francis. Francis takes a long shot, misses the net, over to the half boards on the far side, picked up by Blunk. Blunk puts it in behind the net. Now to the near boards. Cedar Rapids picks it up at the half boards, tries to get it out, but Tex holds it in, takes it into the corner himself. Good rotation by Hartman back to the defensive point position. And now the puck is cleared, and that's going to go all the way down. It may be on goal. Nope, that's going to be icing. No, it's not going to be icing. They said play it, so Here they come. Here is Francis. She holds the puck nicely over the line. Bounces. Oh, that deflected off the stick of the defenseman, but it went off line and didn't actually get to the net. Now here is Mueller with another shot. Boy, they're taking some chances by deflecting it in front of their goaltender like that. Here is Patton. Patton to Corcoran. Back to Patton. Pass doesn't quite connect. Now Cedar Rapids tries to get it out, but he's stopped. Patton back to the point to Carroll. Carroll's shot point can't be to the point, can't be handled. And Mueller picks it back up and goes back to Carroll on the far side. Here is Patton. Patton with a drop pass to Corcoran. Nobody there at the point, and the puck gets out of the zone. And finally, this is Quinn retrieving the puck in his own zone. Comes across in front of his net. And he throws one across. That's not a great pass, but it's not going to result in an icing because Cedar Rapids is able to play it midway through their zone. Here is Covert. Covert moving in. Here's a shot. Katragata tried to deflect it, and the puck may have hit the netting behind the net. So we've got a stoppage in play. Off the mooring. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing. You want those pegs knocked into the ice nicely, but you don't want it so deep that a kid's going to hit it and hurt them.
Yeah.
You know, the NHL posts are really dug in there, but you can't do that with these kids. They're really going to get hurt on those.
Just a personal story. In 1964, your announcer broke his kneecap going into a goal post exactly like that because it didn't move and it wound up with a fractured kneecap. But believe it or not, I've survived all these years with a bad knee. Here is Katragata. Got a stick on it. Now here is Klo for, number 4. Klo goes into the boards. He's a little slow getting up. Now the Ice Eagles regain the puck. Here's nice pass over on the far left wing to DeCrow. He moves in a slap shot. Good save, a rebound to the corner. Covert and DeCrow are a very good pair out there. Now here is Husky, intercepts the pass at the blue line, keeps it in. Doesn't have much help, but he's got reinforcements coming if they can get there. Here's Blunk putting across. Tex puts it into the corner, the far corner. Now it's once again stopped by Roseboro. He's going to get it to Blunk. Blunk's going to load it up. He fires one. It hits the defense.
Not bro. That's fine.
Francis working to the middle. She's going to try. She's pulled down.
She draws the penalty. Nice job by Francis keeping her feet moving.
Just as Kyla was going to get into a position to get a good shot on goal, she had the skates ripped out from under her, and that's going to result in a tripping penalty on number 1. That is the sound of the police.
Oh! Oh my God! I got Greg on the sound of the police. And I took the mic way away from my face to whoop whoop. Oh my goodness!
That penalty is on number 1, Reese Jones, and so the Ice Eagles have the first power play of the game. Actually, the first power play of the day. The only penalties in the last game were here's a puck stopped by the goalie right in the crease. The only penalties in the last game were coincidental minors, so we didn't have any power plays in the game, but we do now. Here is Husky. Now we're getting further clarification at the scorer's table. But anyway, the Ice Eagles will have a 5-on-4 advantage, and Husky will take the draw.
I don't know what that was about.
I don't either. Puck is not cleared. Now it's put back into the corner to Francis. Francis beats one man. Tries to sneak it around on a wraparound, unable to get it done, and now Cedar Rapids tries to find a way to get it out of the zone. They can't do it. Here's a long shot from the point, deflected, rebound.
Ooh, Hartman almost.
Hartman in good position there, not quite able to get it. That was a Blunk's shot from the point that was well done. Now here is Tex missing the net to the right side of the goaltender, and Cedar Rapids takes control, and they're going to be able to dump it out of their zone and cross center ice, dump it in, so the Ice Eagles will have to go and regroup. Roseboro in his own zone sends it off the board to Hartman. Hartman doesn't handle the pass, and that's going to result in an icing against the Ice Eagles.
Oh, an icing on your power play. That's a no-no, ladies and gentlemen.
I think maybe JJ might have just taken his eye off the pass to see where he was in relation to the blue line, and when he didn't make contact with the puck at all, then it slid all the way down for an icing.
Agreed.
All right, we've got Corcoran, Clock, and Patton out there now on the power play with Evan Mueller and Gunnar Carroll. All right, here comes Mueller. Puts it off the boards to Patton. Patton going to take it to the middle of the ice. He does. He's going to take a drop pass now for Mueller. Mueller. Here's a chance. There's a shot. Good save by the goaltender. Here's another centering pass out to the point to Gunnar. Gunnar keeps it in by sending it around to Patton behind the net. Cedar Rapids beat him to it. Now DeCrow. DeCrow back to Mueller. Mueller with a long shot. That tried to deflect it. That was Patton that tried to deflect it, but it hit his shoulder, his ankle, and he's going to have to go off for get the feeling back in his ankle because that puck stung him.
For sure.
All right, we've got 11 seconds left in the power play. The Ice Eagles lead it 1-0. 5:44 to go in the first. Here is DeCrow to take the draw. Wins it back to Otten. Otten backhands it into the corner. Covert tries to get it back to the point. He does. Here is Otten. Otten to Covert. Another shot. Puts it all the way around. Here's Otten. Puts it up into the netting. He had his stick knocked out of his hands by Jones, who had just come out of the penalty box. And that is the end of the power play for the Ice Eagles. Cedar Rapids survives. DeCrow wins the toss. Here's Otten with a shot toward the net. It's deflected. Now here we got a potential break. This is Boatman coming in. He's knocked down, and he is apparently offside. Looks like we're going to get a penalty on the Ice Eagles.
Okay.
And that is.
It looked like he called a trip.
Owen DeCrow is. No, it's Otten. Looks like he's skating to the box. And that'll be the first power play of the day.
He's going to call that charging? That's what this is the motion that he made looked like charging, which is probably a 2 minute.
This is charging.
Oh, okay. So what's it? Boarding?
That's boarding.
Boarding.
Yeah.
My mistake. He called boarding, so that's going to be a 2 and a 10.
You know
that's why there's 2 guys in the box there for the Ice
Looks
Eagles.
like Breeden Corcoran is sitting in the penalty box. He'll serve the 2 minute minor.
Sure is.
And then Otten will have to serve a total of 12 minutes before he's eligible to come back on the ice. Now here is Roseboro sending it back, and now Cedar Rapids will have their first power play of the day. Here is DeCrow. DeCrow sends it ahead to Covert. Covert couldn't hold the puck on his stick, otherwise he would have been in with a good opportunity. No icing on that clearing pass by Cedar Rapids. Now here is Boatman coming around to look for the backhand. He's knocked off the puck by Quinn, and it's picked up by Stocky. He keeps it in. His shot is stopped by DeCrow, and DeCrow comes down. He gets over the line, dumps it in deep, and he's going to go for a line change with 1:18 left to go on the penalty.
Oh, going to be kept in there by Blunt.
Alex Blunt keeps it in nicely, keeps it behind the net. It's hard to score in the power play when you're on your own defensive zone. Here is Blunt poking. Whoa, great opportunity. Good try by Blunt. He was all over that crease trying to get that puck in. He still got it. Now it comes back to the point to Carroll. Carroll's going to load one up. Here's a shot. Another save by the goaltender, goes over to the far half boards where Husky picks it up. Now Blunt once again keeps it in at the half boards on the far side. Cedar Rapids tries desperately to get the puck out of the zone. They do, but that's going to result in an icing on the penalty on the power play for Cedar Rapids.
It's their turn to ice the puck on a power play, and for one of the only times in my life, I'm speechless. I never expected my kid to be the one trying to poke that thing home, running around below the goal line as a D-man.
He almost got it done. Here's Clock going to take the draw. Cedar Rapids still has 35 seconds of power play time remaining, but they have not had much going in terms of power play opportunities. Here is Clock battling in the corner. And finally, Cedar Rapids gets control. Clock steals it back. He's got control. He's going to take a long shot.
Nice
he scores!
Shot! Oh!
Austin Clock lost it momentarily, regained it near the blue line, went around one man and shot from the top of the circle and beat the goalie to the blocker side. A shorthanded goal for the Ice Eagles, and that's going to increase the lead to 2-0. Clock steals it back. He's got control. He's going to take a long shot.
Let's go!
Austin Clock.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to send that one out to all the Quack Mafia. Godfather Steve, Godmother, and Charlene. Let's go, everybody. Yeah, Quack Mafia getting on the board.
All right, we've got 4 seconds left on the penalty. Now, here comes Clock. He gets around one man. Corcoran has been released from the penalty box, and he went back to the bench. He is so now. Here's Katragata coming on. She keeps it on line. Here's a shot. Covert gets his own rebound. He's kept from getting to the puck. Now, Covert sends it back. Here's a long shot off to the side of the net, to the near corner. Blunt chasing again. He's knocked down, no call. And Cedar Rapids is just going to relieve the pressure by sending it down, and that is going to be icing.
Again, the slow, fast skate right there by Ethan Quinn to make sure he gets the ice.
Ethan kept pumping those legs really fast, but he wasn't going too fast actually on the ice, so it does result in an icing. And with the score now, 3-0, is that right?
Seems like it should be 2. Yeah, it's 2. Should be 2.
Well, they're Maybe they know something we don't know coming up here. All right.
Hey, Dean, you might want to tell your wife there. It's two.
Here's a long shot by Carroll. It's deflected the defense. Katragata is going to get it in the corner. She sends it around to, here's a shot by DeCrow. Oh, just missed the net.
Penalty upcoming to the RoughRiders.
Here's Katragata back to the point to Tex. Tex throws it in. Blunk beats his man to the puck. The puck is still alive. We have a extra man, and finally the puck is controlled by Cedar Rapids, and whistle is blown, and we will have another minor penalty. The clock is running. Why is the clock running?
Wow. Huh.
Stop the clock, ladies.
It's interesting.
They have stopped it with 1:31. They let about 20 seconds off on the time, so they will probably just let that go and start the penalty at the 1:31 mark.
Remember, everybody, these are volunteers volunteering their time. They're doing the absolutely best they can. I screw it up, they screw it up, we all screw it up. It's okay, we're all human. They put 4 seconds back on.
Now all we do is take one of those goals away from the Ice Eagles, because we only have two, to the best of my memory. Here's Carroll.
How do we have three?
Uh-oh. Oh, and there's going to be a trip on Roseboro.
Wow, yeah.
Well, that man advantage didn't last long.
Wow.
And you understood why he did that.
A
with
7-second advantage. Yeah, 100%.
He kind of fanned on his shot, and it looked like the Cedar Rapids penalty killer was going to have about 120 feet of white ice in front of him on his way to the goal. So Tex did the right thing, hauled him down, and so now that 5-on-4 has turned into a 4-on-4. Lots of extra ice out there. This probably helps the Ice Eagles to have that extra ice. Explanation being given to the Cedar Rapids bench.
It's a penalty of 153. Yeah.
It's one of those rare things in hockey, the 1 minute and 53-cent tripping penalty. I know that I've been watching for a long time, but I've never seen one of those before. That's almost as unusual as a 7 minute and 6 second misconduct.
Oh, we're going straight Foley and Enzo right here. That's what we got. Let's talk about waffle boards.
Hey, there you go. Now we've got
hash browns instead of hashtags. Let's go. All right. Puck drop.
All right. Here is Covert. Gets around the defense. He's going to move right to the net. He fans on the shot, but he still controls behind the net as he looks to set up on the 4-on-4. Here's back to Covert again. Back to Quinn. A long shot. But goaltender Leland saw that one all the way. So no advantage there for the Eagles. He gloves it. We'll have a face-off to Quinn Leland's left in the circle.
Old school Beastie Boys playing in the rinks thanks to Jeff Covert. Let's go.
Puck is dropped. Actually, the Cedar Rapids forward puts it back to the point man. Here is Carroll. Carroll lets a long one go. Misses the net. And Cedar Rapids gets it out of the zone. The guy who sent it out of the zone took a hard check for his reward there. Now here is Carroll. Carroll dumps it back, tries to dump it back to the point, but he maintains control. He's got Covert lurking in front if he can get it to him. But Cedar Rapids takes control, and they're going to come out of the zone. And he's 1-on-3 as he approaches the Quad City blue line. Nice poke check by Quinn. He gets it up to
Patton.
Here comes Patton. Patton's got one man to beat. He gets to the middle. Here he's going to get a shot. Oh, and a good save by the goaltender. He tried to go 5-hole, and the goaltender closed the pads. Now here's Patton picking it up again. He dumps it in and goes for a line change. Here's Katragata. Katragata, she's got Klock in front, and he missed the net. Good setup by Katragata, and Klock got to a good spot in the open ice. Now Klock goes around one man to the corner. He's got a man in front. He's Actually, that's a girl in front, and that is the end of the period.
The men, the ladies, they get confused. You know what? I don't think that many of them take offense when we call them a guy or man or what have you, but we like to be professional and correct.
So, at the end of one period, despite what the scoreboard says, I still think it's 2-0 in favor of the Ice Eagles.
Yeah, I'm very confused. I only remember 2 goals. How is that possible? I mean, between the three of our minds, I'm fairly certain we are correct. Oh, the second buzzer. The elusive second buzzer. As
we start the second period, the Ice Eagles will be skating from our right to our left. Both teams are still short, and they have corrected the score. The Ice Eagles will be a man short actually they'll be equal strength at 4 for 33 seconds. The RoughRiders man will be out of the penalty box with at 7 seconds before the Ice Eagle player. So they will have a short-lived power play for 7 seconds.
I'm going to give yet another shout-out. We're going to give this one to the Dino, the Dean Patton. Come on, put your thumb out there. There he is. He phoned a friend over in the box, known as Janet Patton. They changed the score up from 3 to 2. That's right. Magically, during this intermission, we lost a goal we had never scored.
I'm sure Cedar Rapids was wondering if that was such a pretty goal that they counted it twice, but
hard no.
All right.
That's basketball where things count for 2 points.
Still 4-on-4 situation as we start the second period. Puck is cleared back to Mueller. He crosses the blue line. He's going to carry it. Going to get a shot. Deflected off the goalie's shoulder and into the netting behind the net. So,
you know what they say? Shots from bad angles are still shots.
Are what?
Shots from bad angles are still shots.
That's right.
Yeah. The Blues.
And the only shots you don't score on are the ones you don't take.
I guess. But
W. Gretzky, 99. All right, Katragata wins the draw, gets it back to Blunk. He takes a long shot. Deflected in front, away from the net, picked up by Kwok. Kwok trying to keep it in at the line. He maintains it. Got some, Katragata just missed tipping that one in there. Now Blunk dumps it behind the net. He's going to chase it himself. Katragata falls back to his defensive position. Both teams are going to be at full and equal strength. And Katragata tries a centering pass, gets through to the near board or the far boards on the half wall. Number 59, that is Long Henry, controlling the puck. Now we got a 1-on-2. Mueller is there to get it out of the play as he shoots it into the Cedar Rapids bench. So let's set the stage here. We're 12:06 to go in the second. Both teams back at full and equal strength. The Ice Eagles leading it by a score of 2-0.
Once again, as you had mentioned previously, this seems like a flip-flop for our normal. You're taking a team that is playing somewhat better, but staying with a team with more talent.
All right, here's Hartman down the boards. He gets in front. His shot is wide. Here's another rebound in front. It's kicked to the corner by one of the defensemen. Francis tries to get it in front. Here's a shot, and the goaltender makes the save. Quinn Leland makes a nice save on a puck that was bounced up in the air with a couple of Ice Eagles hovering.
Yes, he's played a good game and a half so far. I'll tell you what, Quinn Leland should be proud of the way he's played.
All right, here is the draw goes to Cedar Rapids. They come out of the zone now. And the puck is skillfully knocked off that forward stick by Gunnar Carroll. Puck is in the corner on the near sides. Francis tries to get it out, and Carroll is there. Loses it temporarily. He goes down, and the puck is in the high slot, but now we're coming the other way. This is Hartman, takes a long shot, and the goaltender makes an easy glove save. Now it looks like we're going to get another line change.
So I'll tell you, in between games, Tyler Carroll, one of my best friends, was giving his son a hard time because he wasn't as noticeable in that last game. I said, why do you think that is, Tyler? Mostly because we played in our end, and Gunner didn't have to sit there and defend that.
There's a nice save by Quinn at the blue line to keep the puck in. Blunk down in the corner. He sends one across. That comes all the way through to Quinn on the far right side. Now he dumps it back. Here's a shot by DeCrow. Here's a shot, and here's a potential breakaway. And a great save by Star.
Save by Star.
Hang a star on that save. The two Ice Eagle players were charging back, trying to get in, but that's a player for Cedar Rapids was able to maintain the distance. And here's a potential breakaway. And Star made a great save by Star. That's probably the best scoring opportunity. Hang a star on that for Cedar Rapids. They haven't had any. All right, here's Katragata off the boards to herself. She's got a break. They're trying to pull her down. Here's a shot. Rebound. DeCrow couldn't quite get his stick on it, but Roseboro keeps it in at the far point. Gets it again at the far point. Now he looks. He lets one go to the middle of the ice. Gets all the way through to the near corner where Mueller's going to pick it up. Mueller sends it back to Blunk. Blunk keeps it in. Roseboro battling, and that puck gets away at the point, but Blunk is going to get back in plenty of time to retrieve it. Loses it to the on-charging forward, Jones. Here is a shot. Looks like it was deflected by Cedar Rapids. Great stick work by Roseboro to keep the Cedar Rapids player from getting a good shot. And here comes Covert. Covert, he's going to try and get around the man. And Morris took the body and got the puck left in center ice. So here comes Cedar Rapids. This sends a long pass. Roseboro picks it off before it gets to the blue line. Clock. The next one in, picked up by Covert at center ice. He throws it into the zone. Rolls around behind the back of the Cedar Rapids net. And the Corcoran line is out there now. Here's a shot by Patton. Another shot, rebound. And Leland is able to make the save, cover up.
Nice. Well, still sitting at 2-0. The ice has been very tilted all game, but again, as in the first game, these Cedar Rapids RoughRiders playing tough, sticking to their guns, and trying to keep this as low scoring as possible.
We've got Clock, Covert, and Patton out there. Apparently, I don't know, did you see something happen to Braden? He hasn't been out there for a couple of. Here's a rebound on a deflection. Goaltender made it, but he left a rebound, but it was cleared out of there by the defense.
You're right. Braden's sitting down on the bench, which is not necessarily the norm. I have not seen him for a bit. We'll have to keep an eye on that for sure.
All right, here is Patton. Gets to the slot. His shot just drifts off to the side. And here is a puck that's out of the zone. It did not hit the net, so play is not stopped. Carroll gets it. He dumps it in. He was behind center ice. That's going to be an icing on Cedar Rapids.
Are we sure that didn't hit the net? I saw the net move, but
we don't count as far as what we see.
We're not off-ice officials.
What we see doesn't really matter.
When Dino tells me the net moved, I believe the net moved.
There you go.
He sees all.
Here's Carroll in the near corner. Whirls away from one, comes out the other side. Hartman tried to deflect it out of the zone, wasn't able to do it. Here's a shot. Over to the near side where it's. Here is France. It gets it ahead to trying to get it to Husky. That's not going to go deep enough for icing. Here is Kyla Francis, unable to hold the puck along the boards, and now Cedar Rapids, number 31 Hills, comes out of his own zone, and Gunnar Carroll rides him off easily.
Nice work.
And steals the puck. Boatman tries to give the problem to Gunner, but he's okay. Now here's a cross in front of the net. Francis, that's going to be an offside. Uh-oh.
Hey!
An offside.
7:59 in the second period. It's OFFSIDE. Offside is the call. You only add the second S when you play soccer or American football.
And
Offside.
just under 8 minutes to play in the second period. Ice Eagles with a 2-0 lead. Here is Blunk. Beats the defenseman, trying to take it to the middle. A centering pass right out in front, but too hot to handle. Roseboro picks it up along the half boards. He's trying to get it to the middle himself now. Blunk from one side to the other. Alexander Blunk doing a nice job. That shot was deflected in front, but it missed the net. Here is Mueller with a shot. Pass up into the slot, but it's picked off by Cedar Rapids' Clow. He tries to get it out. And they battle for it around the center ice line, or the blue line, rather. Katragata working hard, as always. She's got 3 players. Now here's a shot. They score!
Woo!
I think, was that the Crow?
It looks like the Crow, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kaka is his nickname.
Blue line, rather.
I've been told by several
working hard,
people
as
that I need
always.
to just throw that one out there.
Players.
On the
Now here's a shot.
broadcast.
They score! Katragata's going to get an
I
assist
think-
on
is
that.
Yes, she should. Let's go!
Both these games.
Was that the Crow?
uh,
And now the score is
Hey,
2-0.
there
We
we go.
knew we'd get it right eventually. All right. Here's Covert, wins the draw, back to Quinn. Quinn's unable to get it out of the zone right away, though. But Patton is able to do it. Cedar Rapids throws it back in, where Quinn's going to go back and pick it up.
Yep.
Oh, here's a nice pass to Patton. Oh, if he could have held that on his stick a little bit better,
Yep.
he'd have been off to the races. Now there's an offside against number 30.
100%.
That's Jack Miller, who was offside clearly by a stride or two.
Well, 3-0 again. This seems to be it's a determined RoughRiders team, playing hard, doing their very best. No give up in this team, that's for sure.
Here, Kwok tried to bump it ahead to himself, but it's picked up by Patton. He puts it off the boards behind the net now. Cedar Rapids picks it up. Good hit by Kwok behind the net. Knocks the puck free. It's over on the half boards. Kwok again. Here is Covert with a shot. Goalie made the save, deflected it off to the near side, where it's picked up at center ice by Quinn. Quinn almost lost it, but then made a real nice play to regain it before the man could get past him. Now here is Boatman. He's going to cross the line, going to take a long shot, handcuffs Star, but he gets enough of it to get out and get it away from the net. Covert.
Maybe.
Covert is, as always, one of our most physical players, and now he gets a break. Not quite able to get it out, and finally the Eagles get it back to center ice. Nice play by Jensen to get around Francis. He moves into the zone. He's 1-on-4. He's going to try and get to the net. Going to try the wraparound. He's unsuccessful, and it's picked up by Carroll. And Carroll puts it, that's a delayed offsides against Cedar Rapids. Covert's got it. He's got plenty of time to, here's Francis. Oh, she should have got it to Hartman. Now Cedar Rapids controls in their own end. You notice every time Cedar Rapids starts a rush, there are at least 3 and sometimes 4 Ice Eagles between him and Star. So it's going to be really hard for Cedar Rapids to get much of an offense going 1-on-4.
And 100%, that is a testament to the Ice Eagles working on defense, which they've needed to do time after time after time in these games that we played against tough competition. So tough competition, no doubt it makes you better.
All right, Cedar Rapids back into the zone. That's Jones. He backhands it behind the net. Picked up over there by Katragata. She does a nice job of getting it out of the zone. That should not be an icing. In fact, Husky's going to get to it. Husky got to it. He wasn't able to control it and get a shot off, but he now gets it to Katragata. Here's a shot by Husky. Over to the far corner where it's picked up by Mueller. Now over in the far corner, Katragata chasing after it along with Roseboro. And number 31, that's Hills, gets it for Cedar Rapids, dumps it out. That's not going to go far enough for icing as Alex Blunt goes back to pick it up. He sends a pass out there.
To no one. Come on, kid.
This is Jones, puts it out in front. Nice job by Starr to get that out of harm's way. And here is a puck now that's going to be free, and it's picked up by Clock. Clock over the line. He's one-on-one. He's looking for some help. Spins around. He's pinned to the boards by the defense. Nice play by the Cedar Rapids player over there. But back to the point. Here is Otten. Otten's going to let a long one go. A rebound.
Ooh,
came clear, but no one could get a stick on it. Here's a shot by Mueller. Is knocked down by the defense. And the Ice Eagles now back defending 1-on-3 with Boatman trying to get something going for Cedar Rapids. Now the puck is at the half boards in the Ice Eagle zone. And here comes a pass to Katragata. She's in alone. Moves in, shoots. And a great save. Oh, and a rebound. Oh, DeCrow didn't have a stick on the ice or he would have had a tap in there. Great save on a shot by Katragata. I thought she was going to beat him with that backhand. Here she's going to get another chance. Puts it over the net into the near corner where it's picked up by Owen DeCrow. It's picked up by Cedar Rapids. They battle for it along the half boards. DeCrow kicks it to Katragata. Katragata looking to center it. The centering pass is knocked down in front by Cedar Rapids. They battle for it, just 6 feet in front of the goaltender, and it finally comes back to the point. Here is Quinn with a long shot right into the glove of goaltender Quinn Leland. We've got 2:38 to go in period 2, with the Ice Eagles holding on to their 3-0 lead. Now we've got Covert winning the draw back to Roseboro. Roseboro sends it around the Nearborns, back behind the net. Here's Patton going for it. He's not able to get it. Now lift of the stick by Covert. Covert's got Patton if he can get it to him. Now he's looking. And we've got a call by Mr. Wicks. And I don't know if perhaps one of the Quad City players was in the goal crease because there didn't seem to be any kind of a penalty. So they just blew the whistle. One of our players was in the goal crease, so they face it off just outside the Cedar Rapids defensive zone. Here comes Cedar Rapids now. Number 1, this is Jones. Jones gets a shot off, but his shot is weak and deflected. Here's another attempted shot. And Roseboro gets it to Patton. Patton gets it out of the zone. And now here comes Blunk. Blunk 1-on-2, pokes it, tries to poke it past the defenseman, regains it. Ragging that puck. He looks like he's going to get a shot. It's deflected in front and over to the corner where it's picked up back to the point to Carroll. Carroll to Blunk. Blunk in front. Stick was tied up on the clock there. Otherwise, he'd had a good chance. And we have another call here. We got interference. That's probably going to be against Cedar Rapids. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that was clock. Well, stop the presses. Austin Clock has picked up a minor penalty.
Whoa!
That happens at least twice a year. And the Ice Eagles will be killing off a penalty now with 1:33 to play in the second period. Here is Katragata. Katragata back in front to, she tried to set up Husky, and the pass was just a little bit astray, and goaltender Leland was able to make a stop on that and put the glove on it. So we've got a face-off in the near circle. Husky to take the draw for the Ice Eagles. He gets it back to Otten. Otten's going to throw it around the boards. Katragata chasing after it. Now it's over along the half boards on the far wall. And the Ice Eagles, even though they are killing a penalty, are controlling the puck. Here's Katragata. putting it in. She's going to go for a change.
Last minute of play in the period.
Here is Otten controlling. He tries to center it. I'll say this, Cedar Rapids has a number of players in front of their net, forwards and defense, but that won't help them a whole lot on the offensive end of it on a power play.
Correct.
But now they get into the zone. It's 3-on-4.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, a centering pass almost skipped past Star, but he got the glove down in time, and here is a long clearing pass. That is probably going to go far enough. Husky chasing after it, but there wasn't enough time for him to catch up to it. So that will be an icing with 23 seconds left to go in the period and 50 seconds left to go in the penalty to Austin Kwok.
I think Husky was the one that initially hit that down toward the ice. Amazing that he was able to bat that puck. The only reason that it went all the way down was it was on edge and rolling. But you got to deal with what you got.
Yep. Here is Gunnar Carroll. Gets it out of the zone to Patton. Patton into the zone. Carroll picks it up at center ice, gets it over to Covert. Covert unable to. Now we got here's a long shot, missed the net at the buzzer. So the Ice Eagles will still have 27 seconds to kill on that penalty to Kwok when we resume play for the start of the third period.
Oh, I apologize. I had to abandon you there for a second. Had to too much coffee and 2 adult beverages. I had to run to the restroom. There was no way I was going to make it. Good thing I wasn't working the box. So another thing that I got pointed out to us that I'd like to mention on the broadcast. Today is Austin Kwok's mother's birthday. She passed several years ago after a long battle with cancer. And there's not a day that goes by that the Kwok Mafia, Austin, Aiden, Kwokers, Kevin's daughters, and Kevin don't think about her. So after that goal, he pointed to the sky, dedicated that goal to his mom. I missed it in the day, or in the call, because I did not know that I was looking for that. But if you go back and look at it, Austin Kwok dedicating that goal to his mom who passed.
And I'm just as sure as I can be that she's looking down saying, nice shot, kid.
100%. Absolutely 100%. So,
all right, as we get back to action here in the third, the Ice Eagles still have 20 seconds to kill on the penalty. The teams battle for it just outside the Cedar Rapids blue line. Now Boatman comes into the zone. He's 1-on-2, and he is unable to get a shot. Here's a long shot, but Star easily kicks it. Now he regains it, but instead of going to the net for an attempted wraparound or backhand shot, he sent it back to the point, and Jensen missed it. So no harm, and that'll be the end of the penalty for the Ice Eagles. Now they battle for it in the corner. This is Stokey. Here's a long shot. Good screen set up by Cedar Rapids by Boatman, but the shot was not on goal. Now that puck was clearly out of the zone, and that's going to be an offside against Cedar Rapids.
Would have liked to see 88 there control the puck and carry that out of the zone instead of throwing it, but the result ends up about the same.
Just a note, between games, when I talked to my grandson, Braden Corcoran, he did say that his back was bothering him a little bit. So
yeah, I have not seen him.
Yeah, he hasn't been on. He didn't play in the second period, and I think that must have something to do with that.
I assume so, yeah.
All right, here is the puck controlled at center ice by Cedar Rapids. That's Hills, sends it in deep where it's picked up by Roseboro behind his own net. Dumps it along the boards to Francis. Francis goes down. Cedar Rapids regains the puck there, but fortunately Otten is there to steal it, and now Roseboro comes out again. Here is an attempted pass to Francis, and now it's picked up by Hartman. Hartman takes kind of a circuitous route to the blue line, but everybody stays on side. He maintains control. Here's a shot. Here's a rebound and a deflection by Hartman, but saved and goes to the corner. Hartman's got it again. Back to, that's Otten. Otten takes it in deep. He's got men in front if he could find them. Here's a centering pass in front. Now Cedar Rapids tries to get it out. It's stopped at the blue line by Roseboro, who puts it in deep along the boards. Picked up by Hills behind the net. And now that's coming out to the far point where Jackson Otten gets it. He takes a long shot, and apparently the goalie had nobody in his way. He saw that all the way and grabbed it with the glove hand.
Beastie Boys. More Beastie Boys in the house. Sorry.
Covert.
I like the music.
Covert to take the draw. Now here is a shot. Quack! Stopped on a good hard shot from about 15 feet out in front. Back to Otten. Otten to a one-timer by Gunner. Missed the net. Now Gunner's going to try it again. He beats one man. Second man knocks the puck off his stick, but he's still fighting for it deep in the corner. Cedar Rapids sends it around the back of their net. Picked up in the corner by Cedar Rapids. Here's Clock. Gets that out from between his skates.
Had to soccer that thing over there to Carroll.
Carroll picks it up, takes it to the corner, sends it around. Can't quite handle it over there is Patton. Patton sends it around the other side. Once again, lots of time in the offensive zone for the Ice Eagles. Whoa, big check by Covert. Here's Clock. Clock back to Carroll. Carroll is able to keep it in, but that's a hand pass.
That's a hand pass.
Hand pass inside the offensive zone.
Yes, that one's the offensive zone as opposed to the defensive zone, which got called last time. All right.
Cedar Rapids.
Also a penalty. Who's going into the box there?
I don't think.
2 minutes on somebody. So we're going to have to kill this penalty here.
Yeah, I didn't see who that was. Ice Eagles maintain their 3-0 lead, but they're going to have to kill a penalty. Here's Katragata racing in behind the net. Now slashing penalty. Here is an attempted shot back to the point to Otten. Here's a backhander. Oh, and a shot, a great save by Leland.
Ooh, up high on my come the D-men. I appreciate that work to defend your goalie. I have no problem with that whatsoever, but Maya Katragata, I would love to see her get rewarded today. I feel like the last several games, she's put in really good work.
Well, she's picked up a couple of points in the first game, so
for sure.
But she had a great chance there, and she made a really nice move. But give the goaltender credit for keeping that 5-hole closed. Now here is DeCrow. He's going to shoot, and it's knocked down by the goaltender, and it's cleared out of the zone by Mueller, or to Mueller rather. Over to Otten. Otten back to Mueller. Now we're getting with our passes.
Oh, 3 in a row.
Not quite.
Not 4. I should keep my mouth shut. I'll jinx
All right, Mueller deflects it into the zone. He's 1-on-5 there. He's going to have a tough time as they're making a change for the Ice Eagles. Goes into the corner. Mueller stays with it. He's battling over there. Oh, and the guy tried to hit him, and Mueller moved, and the guy's going to get a penalty for it. He thought he had Mueller lined up, and he really went for him, and Mueller ducked out of the way, and the guy went in hard. And
also 100% Mueller's back was to him. I don't know what Jones is thinking there. That's Reese Jones, number 1, back into the penalty box. They're going to go with a rough.
Yeah. Well, probably the only wasn't a check from behind is because he didn't really check him because he moved.
He moved. He did. He had him lined up. And at this point in these 2 games, I can't blame the kid for trying to throw a real hard check at that juncture.
All right, the teams are battling 4-on-4. That's Blunk in the corner. The puck is kept in by Husky. Yeah, Cedar Rapids attempts to come out. Blunk with him. And a pass is picked off by Husky. Husky
that's a trip.
is tripped, and they're going to let that one go.
All right.
Here is Roseboro into the zone. He sends a pass. Here's a long shot by Quinn. Oh, he puts it right to Husky. Husky couldn't quite get the stick on it in time. Over on the far boards, that's Francis battling for it. Now Cedar Rapids gets it out, and Quinn Quinn's going to go back and pick it up. The Ice Eagles now have a power play for a little bit less than about a minute. Here's a pass off the skate of Francis, but she keeps it in the zone. Here's a long shot to the right of the net. Francis going after it. She lays a nice check on the Cedar Rapids defenseman. She's going to bring it out in front. She's got an opportunity for a pass to Roseboro. Roseboro back to Francis, back to Roseboro. Roseboro moving into good shooting position, but his shot is knocked down. And Cedar Rapids comes back the other way. And Cedar Rapids,
short of center, though. Oh, no.
He's not going to go far enough for icing, so the Ice Eagles pick it up with 7:16 to go. They've got 28 seconds left on this power play. Here's Clock, lots of speed over the blue line. Stops on a dime, but loses control of the puck, but is going to go to the sideboards here where Quinn's going to pick it up. Back to Covert. Covert's going to throw one at the net. Francis tried to deflect it, but the shot was knocked down behind the net. Now here's Covert. He's got a wide open, not so wide open now. Here's another attempt. Here's a rebound, and Clock backhands it over the net.
Oh, Mikey, so close with the backhand.
All right, here is Gunnar Carroll, puts it back behind the net where Francis goes for it, but Cedar Rapids is going to come away with it. And here is a long pass to Boatman. Boatman's 1-on-3, and he's going to throw one at the net. Starr easily knocks it to the corner, and Carroll is crunched against the boards. Cedar Rapids keeps it in. Boatman just misses a chance there in the high slot. And here's Patton, puts it out to Otten. Otten, he's got a perfect pass to Blunk. Blunk moving, shoots.
Oh, right into the chest. Oh.
I'll let Dad call that for you.
Yeah, sorry.
Defensemen don't get too many chances like that from 15 feet out straight on. And not wanting to miss the net, he threw it right into the crest of the Cedar Rapids goalie.
I got one kid that's a D-man, throws it in the chest. I got one kid that plays forward and center. He tends to throw it in the chest, too, because you don't want to miss the net. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, here is DeCrow with a shot. Another save by Leland. Back now to the far left point. That is Otten. Otten's going to send it all the way around. And Cedar Rapids picks it up. They're having trouble getting out of the zone. Now it's picked up by Carroll. Carroll's going to go past one man. He throws it at the net. It's knocked to the corner, but picked up again by Carroll. Here's a centering pass in front. And that puck's going to get past the point and go all the way past down to our blue line. And the Ice Eagles are going to get it with DeCrow, but he can't keep it in. And now Katragata controls at the red line. She sends it over to Carroll. All three men are on side now as they go to the half boards over there. Carroll is taken down. Carroll slashes him back in retaliation. Neither call is made, was probably right. Correct. Now, here's Blunt trying to take it to the net. Now DeCrow throws it around. Ice Eagles in the midst of a change. Number 50, that's Ernest Hofer, picking it up over on the far side. And Katragata, she goes to the backhand. Her backhand is stopped at the defense. He keeps working for it. Now Otten, he's got it. He's going to take a long shot. It's deflected off the defense, goes behind the net. DeCrow gets it, battling a couple of players from the RoughRiders. And here comes Cedar Rapids out of the zone, but they lose control. Here's a shot off Carroll, back into the corner. Carroll behind his own net. He has Hartman up at the center line. Unable to find him. And now Cedar Rapids takes a long shot, a bouncer, and Starr says, that's a little too dangerous. I'm going to put my glove on that and get a stoppage in play.
Coach Otten threw his arms skyward because Gunnar Carroll couldn't find a nice passing lane out to Hartman at the red line.
Yep.
Very entertaining if you're standing in the rink. I don't blame Gunn, though.
4:02 to play. Ice Eagles hanging on to a 3-0 lead. And here is Francis. She's going to get to the puck. She's going to move in. She's going to fire one over the net. Here's a rebound in front. No goal. Referee right on top of the crease immediately signaled the washout, no goal. And now Cedar Rapids clears it all the way down. Roseboro racing for it, and that's going to be an icing. Roseboro and
Can we put
Boatman.
racing forward in quotes? It was another one of those. I'm trying to get there, but I'm also not.
Well,
trying to get there.
that time he had his old pal Boatman skating stride for stride
True,
with him, so
true.
there was some urgency there. And we are in running clock mode apparently because we're running up against the time limit for the next game to start. So
Yeah, midgets play yet another game. Very entertaining game. Ended 2-2
Here's a
last
shot.
game.
here's Clock trying to get it. Tries to get it to the top of the slot. It's batted out of the air and knocked deep into the Quad City zone. Otten's going to get there.
Oh, yep.
And he's going to throw it over on the far side to Quack.
Let's go, Mikey.
Quack's going to try and get around one man. He does. Now he puts it off the boards, but he's taken out of the play by Jones. Jones seems to be one of their players who likes to play the physical game, which is fine.
Agreed.
And now they've stopped the clock, now it's going again.
Yeah, that was that's just an icing call. Yeah, Jones seems to know when to play the body and how to play the body. It's a difficult transition from playing Pee-wees where you don't to Bantam where you do.
All right, here is Patton to the slot. He fires it.
Oh,
He hits the goal post. And you could hear that ping all the way up here. Now there's Patton going to get it again. He's going to just throw it in deep. I think the Ice Eagles now are playing to preserve that shutout for their goaltender and come away with, here's an attempted steal in front by by Covert. That puck's going to go all the way down, and that's going to be no icing.
Okay.
Now the puck is the center ice, picked up by Boatman to Blunk. Stay on side. Everybody stays on side. Blunk's going to get another chance. Moves in, shoots. And the goaltender makes a glove save. Now it's going to come back to Ethan Quinn. Quinn was a little slow getting the shot off and was deflected, but it's taken again by DeCrow. DeCrow fires one. It's knocked down at the defense. Another long shot, a potential deflection there by Katragata. Doesn't quite work. Now here is Gunnar Carroll. All this action taking place in the Cedar Rapids zone. Here's a long shot. The goalie just saw it at the last minute and got a pad on it. Now here is a opportunity for DeCrow. I'm sorry, that was Blunk. And the puck is picked off his stick and sent down. Boatman chasing after it, but he's not going to get there first. It's Carroll. Carroll dumps it out of the zone. 74 seconds left to play. Here comes Francis.
That's an offside. Yep.
And DeCrow is not happy about that because he was wide open on the left wing, or the right wing. And had Kyla seen him, a nice dump pass over to DeCrow would have probably resulted in a good scoring opportunity for the Ice Eagles. We're down to less than 50 seconds to play. At this point, we're just playing for that shutout. Husky wins the draw. Back to Ethan Quinn. Back to Roseboro. Roseboro to Hartman. Hartman gets past Hartman. Now he retrieves it behind the net. He's going to try and work it out in front to his teammate if he can. There's a bump along the boards by Kyla. Cedar Rapids controlling in their own zone as they try and come out. And we've got a 2-on-2 break for Cedar Rapids. There's a long shot.
Get it out of the glove.
And here's a shot. And it just went by.
My goodness.
The shutout almost went by the boards there, but the Ice Eagles have regained control, and with 4 seconds to go, they're going to score their first double shutout of the season, and that is your final score. Give credit to Cedar Rapids. They played a better game in that particular game, better effort, and held the Ice Eagles to 3 goals. But the final score of today's second game, completing a sweep of the 2-game series, the Ice Eagles win this game by a score of 3-0. Ladies and gentlemen, my thanks to Dean Patton for spinning the dials and keeping us on the air, and to my partner Rich Blunk. We will see you the next one we play Des Moines, I believe, in a week from tomorrow, I believe is that. Watch the website for more information on when our next broadcast will be.
We'll be there.
from the Quad Cities ice rink. Have a pleasant afternoon. That's going to be
77 there again.
Okay,
Quinn Leland.
That's Quinn Leland. Now here is Otten moving. His shot is deflected at the defense. They score!
My goodness! Oh my goodness, that was a bouncy one.
I'm not sure. Power play opportunities. Here is Kwok battling in the corner. Finally, Cedar Rapids gets control. Kwok steals it back. He's got control. He's going to take a long shot.
Nice
He scores!
shot! Oh!
Austin Kwok. Right side. Now he dumps it back. Here's a shot by DeCrow. Here's a shot, and here's a potential breakaway. And a great save by Star.
Save by Star.
Hang a star on that save. Blue line, rather. Katragata working hard, as always. She's got 3 players. Now here's a shot. They score!
Woo!
I think, was that
Let's go!
DeCrow?